everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Fourtress, of a podcast about movies, TV shows, video games, and lots of pop culture and nerd things. My name is Oscar. I'll be one of your hosts today, and with me per usual, he's back once again. It is Brian, also known as the Beard and New Reliable, and the Spider-Man villain, Mr. Negative, on a Dragon Ball Z Redemption arc. How you doing once again, Brian?
I was literally about to drink water, but you went through that really fast, so I didn't have a chance. So
Brian, I got energy today, man.
Currently parched.
I'm alive again.
Thirsty, starved. Yeah, no, I'm happy for you. I'm glad. What's the special occasion? No work?
No, I still had work. I don't know. I just have some energy.
A manic phase.
Maybe it's the fact that I don't have work tomorrow and I have an actual full 24 hours of no work tomorrow.
So we've talked about this. I don't know how you feel about this. We haven't talked about this personally, but just in general. Do you think the day before your day off is usually better than your actual day off? I feel like it's like the expectation of like, oh, I got a day off, just makes it better.
Yeah, honestly, yes.
There's something about it.
Yes. Because I know tomorrow's going to happen. I'm probably going to sleep too much, and then I'll be like, fuck.
Then you're going to get the scaries of having to go back to work the next day. So something about that day that I got that next day off, baby. It hits different. Mm-hmm. It hits different.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. I will not have as much energy tomorrow, most likely. But we're here today. Listeners, talk about some cool, fun stuff. So with that, Brian, should we just hop into our first segment of the week?
Let's get into it.
News talk.
As usual, listeners, you can skip ahead if you want to skip sections or spoilers. Check the time codes in the show descriptions. They're all there all the time every week. So with that, first piece of news, Brian, we have a Supergirl. We have a Supergirl in James Gunn's new DCU. And it's a familiar face. And this was a bit of a rumor earlier, I think, in the week or last week. And now it's obviously been confirmed that Milly Alcock, who was most notably in House of the Dragon Season 1 as the young Rhaenyra Targaryen, I would say fan favorite. I really liked her. I thought she was really good. I was really kind of bummed to see her go. But yeah, she's going to be our brand new Supergirl, which is a bit of a double-edged sword in the sense that I love the casting. I think she's phenomenal and she's going to be great. I still feel really bad for Sasha Calle, who was Supergirl in the Flash movie. I feel real bad for her, man.
I think what makes it worse is the fact that she carried the marketing of that movie, because, of course, Ezra Miller is an actual villain. So for her to do all that work for essentially not much payoff.
A one-off
really.
And nothing?
Yeah. And it wasn't even that good of a one-off, to be honest. I mean...
Yeah, it's tough. And, look, James Gunn, I think he's nice to good people, and I think he'll probably bring her back in some kind of multiversal way in some years. But for now, obviously, she's out. Bummer for her because she was good. But I like this casting. I think it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense. As far as aesthetic, I think that's a good choice. Obviously, we both know she's good in House of the Dragon, but this could be her bigger break.
How's her American accent?
yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. That'll be a big part about it. And even if it's not amazing, I probably won't care that much. But I think she might become the next It Girl. Similar to the Sydney Sweeneys and the Zendayas or something like that, and this might be kind of the start of that reign.
Yeah, absolutely. And if House of the Dragon proves it, she's got the chops for it. So yeah, we'll see. This is obviously for her Superman Woman of Tomorrow movie, but I feel like I can't remember. She might also be in the Superman Legacy. I don't know if they confirmed that or not, but I would imagine if they've casted her, they might shoot some little bit in her, but who knows? James Gunn's been talking a lot about it, and I just need him to get to work, get busy. Let's crank this movie out. Hurry up. Anyways, next piece of news. We talked about some shit last week, and we were like, when's the next one gonna happen?
God damn
it! It's still happening. My biggest question is, I wonder if it's getting reported more because it's a huge issue now than it was in the past, or if this is just it's a sad thing that keeps happening.
It's always been a big issue. It's always been a volatile space. And I think that's the thing. I think since gaming has existed, it's been a volatile space. I do think it's just getting more reported as a whole. And also, I do think it's a little bit more uncommon for the big box players to be doing such huge layoffs. I think that's a really big deal. There used to be a lot of, AA creators that would go under and lay off all their people, stuff like that. But to see Epic Games, it's really crazy. Or in this extent, Sega America.
Yeah, your boy Sonic, what the fuck? He ain't making enough money? Are you kidding me? He's pumping out 8 games a year.
I mean, I feel like Japan probably has a bigger part of Sonic Team than America does, so it might not be them that's really struggling. But I do see that apparently a part of their QA team is kind of the biggest effect of this layoff.
It's
which
always
QA team,
QAT team, man.
which is so funny because what money are you gaining from laying them off? QA team is notoriously underpaid and overworked, and always just put in shitty positions. So to like,
so weird,
give someone $17 an hour and then still cut their fucking job is crazy to me. Because you tell them you can't afford a $17 hour job. That's what, like, $17 is maybe like $35,000 a year. You can't afford $35,000 a year to pay your fucking employees. They should be paid incredibly more. But
right.
If this is the argument around it, and I'm using $17 an hour because I know that's what they were paying the QA team at Blizzard, who is based in Irvine, California, and was forced to go back into the office, where rent for a one-bedroom apartment is $2,400. They literally can't afford a one-bedroom apartment by themselves. That is poverty wages. Anywho, yeah, this isn't going to be the last that we hear this. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. And again, thoughts go out to those people and hope they land on their feet somewhere. Somehow.
Incredible talent being wasted for bullshit revenue.
It's unfortunate. And now with some separate Sega movie news, Sonic 3. Brian, we thought it was impossible, but your boy is back. Jim Carrey, despite saying that Sonic 2 would be his last movie and he would retire, or at least think about it, he's back for Sonic. What if Jim Carrey is retired except for Sonic movies? He just does.
I honestly think that's what's happening. For some reason, he really likes doing Sonic, and he's talked about it a little bit, especially after Sonic 2 came out. I don't know what it is about this fucking movie, but he's really having a good time doing it.
Maybe it's just because, like, just put me in front of a blue screen and I'll dance and do whatever I want.
That might be a part that it's just like they give him so much liberty that he's just like, yeah, I fucking love this. I get my own creative freedom in this process. But it's like, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, bro. Like, why are you riding so hard for Sonic? I don't get it.
I don't know, but he's back for Sonic 3, which is still due out to come out this December. We'll see. It's weird when they're talking about casting people for a movie that's coming out in the same year, so that's weird.
Yeah,
pretty odd. If that movie is delayed, I wouldn't be surprised, but who knows? They also, remember, shot stuff during the strike because their main character is a computer person.
That must be the thing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. He's good. I think he's fun in the role. I think it's a good thing. It's cool. Along with that, they did have some other castings that for this movie that had come out. One of them, big ones at least, being Kristen Ritter. Breaking Bad and Jessica Jones herself is going to be in Sonic 3. The question is she going to be a real person or the voice of a computer person?
Yeah, people are thinking that she might be casted for Rouge the Bat. Right. As we know, a lot of this is going to be based probably around the Sonic Adventure 2 game that came out originally on the Dreamcast and later on the GameCube. Amazing game. Mm-hmm. Fucking love that game. So I hope it's based around that. So they're thinking because of that, she'll play one of the main characters in that aspect.
She played the really sexualized bat.
Yes. The question is, will they give her boobs?
They're going to redesign.
Yeah. Will they give her boobs and a skin-tight suit and make her flirt with Knuckles the entire time? Because that is what she does in Sonic Adventure 2.
That's going to be...
Her titties bounce in the Dreamcast version. Yep. Mm-hmm. They sure do.
Oh, love the 90s. The 90s were a wild time. They casted that. They also casted Christopher Hernandez, who most people will know him from Ted Lasso. He's very funny. He's Danny in that. He was also most recently a voice in the most recent Transformers movie, Rise of the Beast. He was one of the Transformers in that.
I didn't know that.
So maybe he's another voice, just another one of Sonic's friends. I don't know who he would be, but he could also just be himself. Who knows? I don't know.
Hell yeah, that's super cool.
And then the last one is
Lila Brown.
Yeah, which is she going to be the one that Sonic kisses?
No. So she's going to be she's definitely going to be Maria, which is going to be the one that Shadow has a strong...
The one that Shadow wants to fuck.
Yeah, love connection. Also, she gets shot in her face. Spoiler alert.
Jesus, spoilers! Oh my God, is that true? Holy fuck.
That is what happens canonically in the game. She gets shot in her face.
Could you imagine if they did that in this fucking children's movie?
I think they should. I think they should.
God.
Shoot her in her fucking
that
face.
Would be wild.
Both.
Holy fuck.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit too far into the lore, but not only does she get shot in her face, she also has basically the Sonic version of AIDS.
Oh, it's this girl.
Yeah.
You've told this story before.
Yeah.
It's this girl. Oh no, what's it called? NIDS?
It's like NIDS or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think they'll introduce that into the?
No way. No way. They're gonna give her a different kind of illness, probably cancer, and just call it a day.
Yeah, I feel like cancer's. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about some really interesting Japanese storytelling later in this show, but starting with this is a good precursor to what craziness we'll get into later.
Excited for this movie, dude. I can't overestimate.
Honestly, me too. I heard rumors that they might be thinking Hayden Christensen for the voice of Shadow, which I would fucking love.
Ooh, I'm into that. I like that a lot.
I would fucking love it. That would be amazing. But yeah, I'm excited too. Shadow v Sonic. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah. Anyone that knows me knows that Sonic Adventure 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, and definitely my favorite Sonic game. So,
will he fight a giant lizard?
I hope so. I truly hope so. Because also, and they have to play the original song when he does fight the giant lizard. Because that song slaps.
They gotta. Ugh. This movie. It's gonna be fun. All right, moving on. Finishing up this main part of the news, a little bit of some sad news. A couple of people passed away this past week. The first one being Chita Rivera, which I put in there as a personal one because obviously in performance she was a fucking monumental, fucking just a trailblazer in terms of what she did. Most people would know her as she played Anita in the original West Side Story. Original. She died at 91. Very sad. Yeah, she was a trailblazer. She was amazing, and a dancer, actor, singer. She could fucking pull it all off. She was amazing. Sad to see her go. Sad. But man, 91 though. Like, what a life to have lived though.
Yeah, she lived
what
a
fucking
life.
Life to have lived. No, she was phenomenal to the last day. And then next piece, R.I.P. Carl Weathers. This literally just happened today, at least reported. He passed away Thursday the 1st. Don't know why. Don't know how. That has not come out yet. But most people know him obviously as fucking Apollo Creed in the Rocky franchise. He was in Predator. He's one half of the biggest, most explosive hand clap with Arnold Schwarzenegger that you will ever see. If you haven't seen that scene, listeners, go look it up.
I love that meme
in the world. And also, obviously, most recently, in the Mandalorian series, this season's what's his name? Grief Karga. He was some Star Wars.
I'm glad you remember that.
I don't know how I remember that.
That's crazy.
I really don't know how I remember that. It's just a bummer. Yeah, again, just like out of the blue, surprise. 76, not that old in terms of like modern day. I think a lot of people have been living a lot longer, which is very nice. But yeah,
no, that one kind of hits hard because I feel like he definitely was a trailblazer as well in a lot of spaces and what he was doing. I mean, we still talk about Creed. They started making new Creed movies based around,
literally.
So that's that. And once again, looked great in Mandalorian, was kind of doing some stunts and shit. And I was like, okay, brother, I see you, man. Shooting some guns.
Yeah. One thing, just a fun fact. I didn't know this. It's been reported because obviously a lot of more facts about him. I didn't know he was a football player before he became an actor.
Yeah.
He was apparently a massive college football player. Got drafted by.
He was the Oakland Raiders.
He was drafted by the Oakland Raiders. But then decided to go into acting. Want to do that, and look at that.
I'm saying that worked out for him.
Pretty cool.
Linebacker.
Sure did.
So he was a thick boy.
It's a big motherfucker. Yeah, which is funny because him as Apollo Creed, like he pretty lean.
Mm-hmm.
He was jacked as fuck.
Maybe he was offensive linebacker.
Maybe. But yeah, so R.I.P. to both of those. Absolute, just what careers and yeah, you'll always be remembered. All right, that's that part of the news. The next piece of news, Brian, though, we must head to the trailer park. So let's go.
Mom's Pacetti.
I don't. What is this?
Bro,
where did this come from?
I don't know, but I'm kind of excited for this.
I am.
All right, first of all, listeners, the first and only trailer in the trailer park is called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. It is a Guy Ritchie movie, which Guy Ritchie is very hit or miss in terms of his movies. He made those Sherlock Holmes movies, which half of those are good. Like 1.5 of those are good. He made the most recent, the only Aladdin live action remake, which was random, but I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah,
but then he's also made a lot of not great movies. So weird. But this stars Henry Cavill and a bunch of other people, and it's just a bunch of fucking misfits. Apparently based off, quote unquote, a true story of Winston Churchill and their like special forces, their first ever like spy mission or some shit like that. I can't remember. But the point being, it's just a bunch of fucking morons and misfits doing a mission, and I love that.
It's very Sherlock Holmes, like incredibly Sherlock Holmes. The editing, the art style, everything is so.
Yep. It's very Guy Ritchie. Yeah.
Henry Cavill with a beard is definitely gonna bring some new women to like the way that man looks, because he looks quite different.
Yep. He's even got like the little twist going on in the corners of the mustache and everything.
Yeah.
Looking like a damn evil train conductor or some shit.
The art girls are gonna love him.
But look, I after seeing this trailer, I was like, this movie's probably not gonna be very good, but I hope it's still a good time. I just kind of want to have fun with it.
You don't think so?
I don't know.
I feel like it has potential to be like a good 8 out of 10 if it really slaps.
Maybe. I hope so. I feel like if anything, the story's probably gonna be the weakest point, and I would predict maybe 6, 7. But who knows? It might be real good. I was hopeful that this that Argyle movie that just came out was gonna be good, and apparently it sucks.
Oh no! I think this movie will be at least a 6. I think at the very, very least.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna shoot for a stretch goal that it's gonna be 8 out of 10 movie.
Yeah, I hope so. We'll see. It looks very fun. It's nice to see Henry Cavill not be so serious and stoic, and be like, oh yeah, this dude can have a good time.
I think a lot of people are curious about whether or not that man could get the stick out of his ass. So I think this is a great way to show whether or not he can.
Yeah, we'll see. Alrighty, that is the trailer park, which means that is news. Brian, shall we now move on to our main topic of the week?
Yes.
All right, but first, Brian, we were trapped in yet again another Fourtress. This is a Fourtress we've been to before. It's a lot of PlayStation stuff. It's a lot of gaming stuff. Somehow, at least for me, and I'm excited to hear your opinion on this one. I kind of like this one, for one. I thought this one was more enjoyable than past ones because it was weird as fuck. All right, because we're in the Fourtress of
PlayStation State of Play, one of 30,000. I don't know. They do this shit every fucking 3 months.
We'll get to it. They're about to do another one in less than a week, bro. About to do one in 4 days. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. All righty, listeners. Yes, we are talking about the PlayStation State of Play that just happened at the end of January 31st, where they announced and talked about a bunch of games. And we're going to get to not everything, but some of the things that we thought were kind of cool. With that, let's start with the first big headliner I think that a lot of people have been waiting for. Stellar Blade, previously called Project D.
What the fuck is this
now
game?
I don't know, but I'm into it.
I am interested, and I hate that I'm interested.
I'm into it.
Because this game looks like it should be a piece of shit.
I'm just like, this looks like the most polished but old school game from the 90s I've ever seen.
I think that's the biggest thing, is it's giving me almost Forspoken vibes a little bit, but just in it's giving old action RPG vibes, like PlayStation 2 level.
Yeah.
Because it looks like combat wise, kind of like Nier Automata.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when they get into the world building and stuff like
it's
that,
it's Final Fantasy.
It almost looks like Final Fantasy 7 or Shenmue 1. And the level of interaction and just how kind of old school some of that stuff is. It was why did y'all do it this way? Game's pretty.
It's pretty.
Art direction's pretty.
Yeah.
Game is horny as well.
I was about to say,
you can obviously change your clothes in this game.
There's gonna be
and that seems to be a pretty important part.
So much porn of this game.
Absolutely. As soon as people start getting to the models to rig them, it's done for. Everybody's gonna have a big penis.
Oh lordy lord.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess you can change your character's clothes and stuff, and that apparently is an important aspect because you see it change multiple times throughout the trailer. And I was like, uh-oh.
Yep.
Some of it's really horny.
Yep. They're going to sell so much DLC costumes, man. So many DLC
How's
packs.
that birth rate so low in Japan when y'all make games like this?
Oh, it's so funny. Yeah. Super weird lore heavy. There's a part where they tell about, literally there's a city called Zion where the last of humanity exists. I'm like, Matrix? Okay. Stealing from the Matrix? Great. Cool.
I mean,
why not?
Religion.
Yeah.
It's all the same. You gotta have the Messiah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just I don't know why I'm so into this game besides the outfits. No.
I love post-apocalypse. I love post-apocalyptic stuff. I also love pretty weeby games. I won't pretend. Before I became a big Halo fan, I was very much into Final Fantasy. So
right.
I think there's still traces of that left. And something about the game just looks, I don't know, endearing, despite it being kind of crunchy looking in some aspects of it.
Yeah, I kind of liked some of the combat, but I don't know if it's just because I'm itching for Final Fantasy right now, and I was like, oh, that looks sort of like it.
Just play 16 instead. I swear. Don't worry about this.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, this game's gone through a name change. It's been delayed, I feel like, a million times. It's finally got a date, April 26th. I hope it comes out with a demo because I would play the shit out of that demo just to see what it's like. I'm very curious now.
I don't know that it will.
Hey, Forspoken had a demo.
And look how that went.
Exactly. But even a bad game might have a demo. Does that
company exist anymore?
Yeah, that's also true. That's also a good point. I don't think they do.
People learn from that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next big one. This one's just for you, Brian. I was confused by this one. I had to do some reading on this because I thought this was a sequel. It is not, and it's weird. Sonic Cross, I think is how they're saying it. Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, which is a remaster of Sonic Generations, which I genuinely like that game from the PS3 360 really era, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I genuinely thought that was a fucking good Sonic game.
It's a pretty high praised Sonic game for sure.
And which is why I was surprised. I was like, why didn't they make a sequel to that fucking game? Like, what the fuck? And here we are. So Brian, explain to me what it's the original game, but with some Shadow DLC.
Essentially, it's a remaster of the Shadow DLC, which I feel like they had some Shadow DLC already in the original game. I could be tripping.
I don't remember.
There's a lot of games that they try to put Shadow back into. They put him in Sonic Forces, and that was the whole thing. Obviously, I'm into this. As we know, we've talked about it just literally 10 minutes ago.
Right.
That Sonic Adventure 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. And of course, that's where Shadow was first introduced in 2001. I guess it's 2001. So just seeing more of him in games, I'm always going to think that's really interesting. So I'll definitely probably buy this pretty early after it comes out.
Yeah.
Sonic Generations is a game that I think anyone that ever enjoyed a Sonic game should play. They have really good 2D levels.
It's so good.
The 3D levels are also really strong as well. I mean, I'm interested. Hopefully it's $40 or less. I assume it's going to be 40.
Yeah, if that's a $70 game, that's tough. That's a tough look.
Yeah, for the remaster, I feel like when they remastered Sonic Colors, they made that 40. So I assume they're probably going to go for the same cadence. I hope.
Right.
You never know with them. Yeah.
I do wonder how chunky the Shadow stuff will be.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be sizable enough for them to put it in the name. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you can't put like a Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5 remix, and then there's only like 1/3 of the 2.5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Moving on. We're going to skip some stuff. We'll loop around. We're going to try to hit the big heavy hitters. Brian, stop me if I skip a game that you want to talk about, by the way. Silent Hill, The Short Message.
Isn't this game free?
It's free and out right now. I haven't got a chance to play it because I didn't get a chance to watch the State of Play live. I just finished watching it before we started recording. And so I saw, oh shit, that came out yesterday. And then I was like, I should play it. And then I watched the trailer for it. I was like, I'm not fucking playing this. This shit looks scary as fuck. Are you fucking joking?
It's scary. It's scary. I can't do it.
It looks good though. Like, it looks great. It's very PT, very Outlast, but it looks scary as shit.
Silent Hill, they make phenomenal games. It's unfortunate that I'm a pussy. I probably really love this franchise as a whole, but I do love it. Yeah, I love that they made like a little short game and they made it free. I think that's a really cool like lead into some of the other projects they're probably working on that are going to be a little bit more fleshed out.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see. I might be brave and check it out if I have the time. I don't have the time, but maybe we'll see, and maybe I'll talk about it in Free For All next week or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah, do it. And
just kidding. Can I even play the game? I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point.
Is it on PC?
It might just be PS5.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, never mind. I might not try it out.
But continuing with Silent Hill, we got some gameplay for the Silent Hill 2 remake, and I gotta say, why does it look like crap?
That's what I'm thinking. In a world where not Final Fantasy, fucking Resident Evil 4 remake came out and looked the way that it did, this game looks like shit.
Why does it look bad?
It looks almost like the original one.
Yeah, I'm like, is that purposeful? Is it like they wanted to stick so closely that they're like, we're not going to rebuild this shit from the ground up like a Final Fantasy or a Resident Evil? But I'm just like, ew.
And I felt like they like insinuated that it was going to be like that. And I think maybe they might have overhyped it in that aspect because this looks almost like their Alan Wake remake or remaster where it's like, oh, I mean, it looks better, but it still looks gross. The character models are bad. The lighting's bad.
It doesn't look like a game I want to pay full price for.
It looks like the very end of the generation of PlayStation 3, like Last of Us original.
Right.
Maybe a little worse than that.
Yeah, I'd say so. Which it's like, I by no means, it's not like a PS2 game. It doesn't look bad, but it's just like,
right.
When nowadays, and we'll talk about fucking CG trailers later in the show. When you get shit like that, and compared to this, it's like, I'm sorry, guys, y'all gotta step your game up a little bit for this.
That's another thing that's starting to bother me about. We're what, multiple years in the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, generation.
4 years.
A lot of shit looks like shit. A lot of it looks work. Like the fact that I can't play this on my PlayStation 4, it kind of pisses me off. This is a PlayStation 4 ass game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, that kind of actually makes me upset because it's like, that looks like a PlayStation 4 game.
Yeah.
I can't put that into my PlayStation 4 and play that fucking game.
Yeah.
That's
I need you to justify to me why.
Why should I buy a PlayStation 5 right now?
To play this?
I still haven't found a reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I wrote that down, but then at the end, obviously, it didn't have a release date, and it says in development for the PS5. I was like, okay, maybe they got time. Maybe they got another year. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it'll have an Infinite kind of thing. Halo Infinite, when that trailer first came out and they showed that first brute and he looked like ass.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, this game sucks.
Yeah.
It changed considerably from that.
Right.
So maybe they're going through that kind of situation.
Yeah, a little underwhelming. And I haven't never played the original Silent Hill or 2 game or any of the Silent Hill games. But
it's an amazing game from what I've seen. But
one of these days we'll play Scary.
We might have to play it together. We might have to. That's a homie hop it.
We might have to. Yeah, we might have to. Whenever one of us is like, our heart rate gets too high, we gotta pass the controller.
We gotta switch off. Tag team.
Alrighty, moving on. Next, big one, Judas. This is BioShock 5. I mean. It
literally is.
Yeah, very much is. This is the newest game by Ken Levine, the man behind the BioShock series. And you could tell it looks like a BioShock game, and not in a bad way, but in the sense that, yeah, this looks like BioShock, and I'm excited.
I'm starting to hate this art style, and maybe it's because a lot of people copied off of BioShock when BioShock got big.
Yeah,
and maybe that's caused the issue with it. But that Tim Burton-esque kind of art style is kind of bugging me in this game, where I'm like, all right. We've played Infinite by now, BioShock Infinite. Like, maybe we're over this.
It's also an art style that, like, at least for me watching the trailer, isn't like the prettiest in terms of like quality, you know? So it's not like, oh my man, these people look fucking amazing, and this like the worlds look cool, environments and design wise are cool, but just in terms of like polish, it's not like the most amazing thing in the world to me. But
it's another one of those games where it's like, I don't feel like it progressed enough past Infinite to like feel. So maybe it's just like the lighting and like the stuff, because that game uses a lot of like colors when it comes to like shooting your spells and stuff like that. That's how BioShock Infinite was. So maybe they just really upgraded that. Because I had the same issue with Mass Effect 3 compared to Mass Effect Andromeda, where it's like Mass Effect Andromeda took a pretty beefy computer for the time to play, despite like it not aesthetically looking much better than Mass Effect 3, and that kind of pissed me off. Because like, why do I need so much better equipment to play what's essentially the same game with better effects?
Right.
And I'm kind of feeling the same way with this game right here, where it's like, it doesn't look bad by any means, but it's like, it doesn't look good enough to warrant the fact that like, when did BioShock Infinite come out? 2011, 2012?
Yeah,
it was a while ago.
It might have been 2011.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Yeah, the story's there, which I would imagine it is. It's probably going to be good. I have no idea what this game's about based off this trailer.
Let me also, preface that, like, I'm going to talk about graphics probably a lot during this.
But no,
graphics
you're absolutely right.
Not the end all be all. But also, it's just like when we start talking about like building new systems and like basically force people to buy new things in order to play things, and then it doesn't see like an upgrade.
Yeah,
you start questioning like, well, why the fuck are we doing this? Because I can play a lot of these games on PlayStation 4 and probably it'd just be fine.
Right.
So that's the only reason I'm talking about it. I love a lot of games that have really shitty graphics.
Yeah, no.
I played World of Warcraft for 11 years.
No, I fully agree. It is a thing where it's, and it'll probably pop up again with some of these games as we continue to talk, where it's like, this is next gen or whatever we're calling it.
Right.
I don't know.
It can't be next gen anymore. It's been 4 years.
I know. I don't
This is the gen.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Next one. I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time I was actually excited by Dragon's Dogma 2 watching this trailer. I was like, oh, this looks kind of dope. Not gonna lie. This looks pretty good.
Someday I'll play the first one.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's about, and I've never played that first one either. But I was like,
it's kind of, from what I gather, it's kind of like Monster Hunter-esque mixed with like, what's another like action RPG that people really liked? I don't know. I love that you can create your character. That's a big thing for me. Apparently this game is beloved. Yeah. So that's my biggest reason for like want to play it. It came out, I think, in like around the same time as Bioshock Infinite, 2011, 2012, and they remastered it, I believe. Maybe it was earlier than that, and then they remastered it. I feel like it came out on like PS3, and then they got remastered for like PS4. But people love this game. This game has a cult following really hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I remember Alex was talking about it a couple weeks ago or something on the podcast, I think, or maybe off hot, I don't remember, about the first one. This, as soon as I was watching this, I was like, this is an Alex-ass game.
It's always on sale. I have it. I just haven't played it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only hear good things about it. So I'm excited that this is finally coming out because I know people have been waiting with bated breath for a while. And it's coming out soon, March 22nd.
Is it? Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah. March 22nd.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. We'll see. I'm probably not going to get it day one, at least.
Ooh.
But
is it going to be on PC day one? I hope so. If it is, then maybe I don't know. I probably won't get it day one, but I will eventually beat Dragon's Dogma and then play it.
All right, moving on. Rise of the Ronin. This is one I've been excited about because it looks like a better mishmash of Assassin's Creed and Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not gonna lie though, this is one of those games where it's a little ugly looking.
It looks like shit, dude. This game looks awful.
I'm excited for the possibilities, but then looking at it, it's like especially compared to like Stellar Blade, where I thought graphically Stellar Blade looked amazing, like pretty good. This I was like, damn, why? Would y'all sacrifice?
I would say amazing. Some of those hair textures look pretty bad on Celebrate.
Yeah. I don't know why this looks like this.
That's a great way. Why does this game look like this? That's a good question. It doesn't look bad, but it's giving me like the eco. What's the other shit they made? Yeah, that kind of vibe. Where it's a little grainy. Yeah, a little grainy looking to a weird way. It's a little like it's saturated. It's way more saturated than those games, but something looks like. What's the word that I'm looking for? Like the sharpening is like too high on a lot of the like models in the game, and I think it makes it look a little too PlayStation 3-ish to me.
Yeah,
that it's like if you just fucking lowered the fucking field of view, or like how far you could like see in the
depth
world,
of field.
You could probably put this
right.
Yeah, you could probably put this on PlayStation 4.
Right.
You know what I mean? And no one would probably bat an eye.
Yeah.
The fact that you can like see so far is like the big thing that I think is keeping this game away from like older consoles.
Right.
Other than that, the game looks pretty simplistic to me.
Yeah. I'm excited. Team Ninja, I'm excited for the gameplay. I like how his little paraglider thing and the combat looks decent, but I was more excited the last trailer we saw of this months ago than I was for this. After seeing this, I was like, damn, I was kind of really excited. I hope this is good, but I don't know now.
Right. So you said Team Ninja. That's the people that make Ninja Gaiden, right?
Yes.
So this game's gonna be hard as fuck. That's what's drawing people to this game. This game's gonna be hard as fuck.
Yeah, probably.
So it's another one of those games that's like I'm really interested in until I understand what it actually is, and then I'm not interested.
And then I'm like, I'm not gonna get past the first boss. Okay, cool, great.
It was Sekiro all over again. Where I was like, this game looks fucking dope.
I know.
Oh, it was a Souls-like? Never mind. I struggled through like the Xbox 360. Maybe it was the original Xbox Ninja Gaiden. That game was fucking balls to the wall hard. I hate it, and I never would have played it ever again. So
I don't know why I got this. I don't know if it came with my PS3 or what, but I got Ninja Gaiden Sigma for the PS3. I never got past the first 20 minutes of that game when I got it. I was probably
the
like
first boss is so
14
hard.
or 15. I was like, "What? This is not fun. This is not a fun game. I'm never playing this again." And then I probably tried it like 4 years later, and I don't think I got much further. I was like, nope, I can't. This is not fun.
Yeah. So that we'll see. I don't want to completely discredit this game because of the graphics and stuff, but I will discredit it because it's Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, fair enough. I didn't mark this down, but we can briefly talk about this because it's kind of weird. Until Dawn is getting a PS5 remake. Fun game, great game. I don't think it looks much better. This game. So
it does not.
I'm not getting it.
I thought it was a really good looking game for PS4. I was actually impressed by how good it looked in PS4.
Yeah.
The only issue is the teeth. The teeth look really gross in that game.
They look like chiclets.
Yeah, they got the chiclet teeth for sure. But other than that, I don't know that this was a game that really needed a remaster this early. I don't know if it sold really well when it came out because it kind of fell on the radar for me personally. I don't know how it felt for other people. I remember I got it for like $10 after it came out pretty late. So maybe they're just trying to get a good resell on it.
I'll tell you exactly why, Brian, because I don't know if you saw this news. You might have missed it. Earlier this week, I think, or something, within the past couple weeks, there's an announcement that they are making an Until Dawn movie. And I think that's exactly why they're making this.
I did see that.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're doing a Last of Us situation.
Yeah, basically.
And this is what kind of pisses me off. This is where it's like, is it just suits that just don't understand what they're doing when it comes down to like life and stuff?
Probably.
The whole point is it's supposed to be the movie that you control. I thought.
Right.
I thought that was supposed to be the interesting part about the game, is that it's a normal slasher flick. We've all seen this storyline play out before, but the trick is that you control the characters and you control their fates.
Exactly.
That is an interesting added element to something that already exists.
Right.
You're now making something that takes away the one element that makes this different.
Now it's just a slasher movie.
So who fucking cares? Also, you have all the main list actors. Are you not going to have them in the original? Because does Rami Malek want to do this now?
Right. Could you imagine?
Does Hayden Panettiere want to do this now?
Could you imagine 40-year-old Rami Malek playing this 22-year-old or whatever?
Exactly. So I'm just kind of like,
now I hope so. I want them to do that. I want them to do it so bad. You know what I want?
They did it in Spider-Man.
I want it to be a sequel based off like one of the endings of the game. Who cares? If it's whether or not it's the ending where they all survived or 3 of them survived or whatever. Make it a sequel and they go back to the cabin or some shit. I don't know.
That'd be interesting. I'd be potentially into it. But yeah, I don't get, like, Last of Us surprised me. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. I don't think they're gonna find the same lightning in a bottle with making this a movie.
I don't think so either. It might be fun, but
why?
Again, it'll be a Blumhouse horror flick equivalent.
I've seen Cabin in the Woods. I don't really need anything else.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely. All right, moving on to the big boy. The Bigum, Death Stranding 2.
It shouldn't be the big boy.
On a beach? On the beach? Is that part of the title now? I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
A 10-minute trailer.
Wait, let me just say. This was the greatest moment in gaming history.
What do you mean?
This trailer. I just like, as I watched it, I was like, I love Kojima. You're such a weird freak.
I will say, this looks way better than the original Death Stranding.
It does.
Will say. This looks interesting.
It does.
Death Stranding did not look interesting at all to me, but this has some interesting like story beats.
And it's annoying as fuck because it's going to make me play the first game.
Yeah, which I have.
I do too. Oh boy. It's a daunting task to open that game up. But yeah, I was like, just make a movie, which we'll get to in a second, but just make a movie because fuck, this looks interesting. I will say it looks beautiful for one thing. Goddamn, he just, oh my goodness. All right, first weird thing pop up. Okay, just director George Miller is in this game at the beginning as a homeboy, just hanging out. I'm like, Kojima's just got, I don't know. I mean, his name is infamous, but it's just like people just want to work with this dude, and I kind of love it. And he just gets these random fucking people. It's nuts. You don't see this anywhere else in any game like this, I feel. It's just him.
Yeah, I mean, because we once you know Hideo Kojima's background so much and understand how much he wanted to be a director and how we just pivoted to video games as kind of like a failed director, you'd understand a lot more why he is as weird as he is. Because he's up there with like the Wachowskis and the fucking, I don't know, Sam Raimi's and all those kinds of people when it comes to just like, you know, the creatives that... I can't say they make the best stuff, but they definitely are into the
swing for the fences
in a very interesting way. They every time they swing for the fences.
And boys, he's swinging in this shit.
This man is swinging to a level I've never seen before in my life.
The moment we saw the baby open its mouth and a tiny little drone flew out of the baby's mouth, I was like, we're back.
And it looks like a fucking fallopian tube or a rectum or who knows where they are. And then the people come out and they're fucking gray. What's happening?
I don't know. And then you got Troy Baker fighting dudes with a fucking guitar gun. He's playing a guitar gun. He's fighting 2 giant mech droid men. I love it.
And that's what I love about Hideo Kojima. Because as people know, another one of my favorite games of all time, apparently we're talking about all of them today, is Metal Gear Solid, the original one. And Metal Gear Solid starts out as such a grounded ass, like military espionage kind of game. And then it goes so fucking left field so quickly. And that right there with Troy Baker was that situation. It was always left field with this game. But it's so fun to see that. And you just see a fucking vampire man that takes off his mask. He's even uglier than he was with his mask on. It's also Troy Baker.
Right.
He also has a guitar.
It's so funny.
Why?
It's so funny.
Why does he have a guitar?
I don't know. I don't know. He's one of a kind. He is one of a kind. And just
truly.
I would love to and also be terrified to be in his brain for 30 seconds just to filter what
I encourage everyone to read his Twitter, because you know exactly how he feels about everything he does, but how he tweets about it. Because if he loves something, he'll tweet at length about it. If he hates something, he'll say, I watched this.
That's funny.
That's it. And that's how he explains this thing.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, and then I can't not mention the tiny little fucking puppet companion that you have in this little.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but I love how he's got a weird frame rate like Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Why's he got Jiminy Cricket with a 20 frame per second?
I love it so much. It's so fucking weird.
It's so weird.
This game.
I don't think anything about this game is supposed to make sense. Not a single part of it.
I don't even know if the people in the game know what they're talking about.
Listen, let's give it up for the fucking vehicles, though, baby. No more walking simulator.
That's what I was gonna say.
It's now driving simulator, baby.
It's like all of this fucking epicness and this weird shit, but it's still fucking delivery guy, the game. I don't understand.
Norris got really lucky with this. Shout out to him.
For real. Like, I can't believe he made a sequel. It's so nuts and just like, yeah, just make it weirder and weirder. Who cares? Fucking do it. I'm mad. I'm so interested.
I'm mad. Exactly. I was talking to some of my friends about it. That it's like, it's one of those games that I feel like I have to play for the culture. I have no interest in Death Stranding. I don't believe I will like the game,
right.
But I feel like I have to play it to just appreciate the art of it all.
I do.
There's literally cutscenes in that game that last over an hour. There's an hour that you were literally not playing the game because of how long the cutscenes are. And like that is just such an atrocity that only this man can get away with.
It's true.
Like,
could you imagine if like Call of Duty had an hour-long cutscene? People would riot.
This is the same man. This is the same man that wanted a boss battle to take a week in real time. Man is a psychopath. He is not okay.
I bet you that still irks him. He's like, I still want to do it. He's gonna put it in a different game. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
It might be this one. Who knows?
Right? It's true.
He's like, it could have worked.
Oh my!
We can do it better. It could have worked. Gosh,
I love it so much. I'm so excited. 2025. It gives me plenty of time to play the first one. To hit through that first one.
Right.
Oh Lord. All right, and continuing with Kojima, they had a special other little interview with him. This, I don't know how you're not jazzed about this, Brian. Kojima says he's back creating a stealth action game. Let's fucking go. I'm also, how's he at the time? He's making like 8 things. This game, well, for one, this game's not coming out for 10 years. This is a PS6 game.
Bro just likes talking, I feel like. He should be lying. He just comes over here and just straight lie. Because what the fuck's happening with that Xbox exclusive game?
I know. Lying. So he's got Death Stranding 2. He's got OD, the what's his name? Jordan Peele game, and then this Metal Gear 6 or whatever he's making. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he's doing it, but he said something in this little interview that made me laugh, where he's talking about this, whatever this game is right now, codenamed Physint. I don't even know what that means, whatever. But he's talking about collaborating with Sony. It sounds like it's going to be some movie, TV, video game shit. You got to watch the fucking movie to play the game or vice versa, some shit. I don't know. But he basically said the game is, at one point, it's a game, but also, it's also a movie. And I'm like, wow, he just said it. He finally just said it. Fuck it. I'm not even making games anymore. I'm making movies that you can play, is what he's saying.
Good for him.
Yeah. Good for him. I'm glad he's finally doing, and he said this is going to be the culmination of his career, 40 years in gaming, which is ridiculous to think about.
That's literally all of gaming, almost. Gaming is in such its infancy, and he's been there the entire time with the original Metal Gears. Yeah, those came out in the 80s.
That's nuts. That's fucking insane. Well, props to him. I'm very excited to get back to a stealth game made by him. That sounds fucking sick.
By that time, I'll have a chance to hopefully play all the remasters they make. I'll probably finally play Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yes.
And then I'll actually be excited for this. Only playing Metal Gear Solid 1 is kind of tough. It's like, well,
no, fair enough.
I want another one.
Fair enough.
The game is...
He's a lunatic. I don't know how he has the time. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he's real. I think he's a vampire.
He might be. I think he wants to be Shigeru Miyamoto really bad. And
right.
I think that's like his big jam.
Right.
But I loved how it panned out to Columbia Pictures and that Physint in the fucking thing. I was
know.
Like, this fucking guy, dude.
Right?
Fuck this guy.
I'm like, oh Lord. Is he directing it? What's he doing? I don't know. Who knows? It's going to be real fucking weird. I can tell you that, though.
That's for sure.
I hope it's as weird, if not weirder, than this fucking Death Stranding trailer.
Oh, I think that's so funny. It's just so funny that, like, playing a game and, like, what did Metal Gear Solid 1 come out? Like, 97, 95, something like that? It was a pretty old game. And just to be as weird as it was and as successful as it was so just unprecedented.
Yeah.
Like, this man is crazy.
He got confidence. He's like, yo, they bought this shit.
just I
It's a fever
don't want to
dream,
spoil
man.
anything for Metal Gear Solid, but yeah, I
fever
don't want to
dream,
spoil anything
man.
for Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, some of that shit is such a fever dream where it's like there's weird like kink shit in that game, and there's the weirdest Japanese anime shit. And, like, I need them to just remake that game. That game
I
is
do
so
too.
fucking good.
I
Fuck
do too.
Maneater. I just need Metal Gear Solid 1 to be remade
Yeah.
because that game is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it really shows it's like how creative like that man and the team that he put together are. That they're
Mhm.
such good at the shit that they do.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what happens when creativity thrives.
Yeah. And it very much seems like Sony they just backing the money truck up for him. Like whatever you want, as long as you stick with Sony, please do not. Well, you got your one Xbox over there, but that's all you get. The rest of your shit is ours.
He's definitely getting the James Gunn treatment right now.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Whew. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for him because that means
sure.
I'm excited for gaming because whenever he puts something out, it pushes gaming forward in some cool way, you know?
I do wish people would stop sucking his dick, but
We're talking to you, Jeff. We're talking to you, Jeff.
yeah, so I saw that 10-minute trailer after watching the fucking Game Awards. I was like, God damn, we're doing it again. The man gets the longest fucking part of the goddamn thing.
And we still don't know what the hell's going on.
And we still don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. What the fuck is the game about?
I love it. I love it. All right. Brian, is there anything we want to go back to and talk about that we may have missed?
Dave the Diver's funny because it's supposed to be made by a quote-unquote indie team, but it's actually made by like a AAA studio.
Yeah. I heard it's good. I do want to play it. They're getting some Godzilla DLC. Yeah. It looks fun.
Yeah, that's super cool. Foam Stars is literally just a Splatoon ripoff. So
yeah.
I'm kind of curious to see if that actually gains any traction. I assume it's not.
Well, it's about to be free for PS Plus next month.
I saw that. It's coming out literally a few days.
Yeah.
Like I guess maybe like a pre-release or something. Or it might just be the full release. I don't know. It's coming out soon.
Yeah.
It's Splatoon remade. Splatoon is already a pretty niche game. I have a feeling that game's not going to last very long. I think it's going to have a what was that fucking Super Smash Brothers killer that ended up getting out of pre-release? They took everything away from it. Everyone got pissed.
Multiverses.
That Shaggy in it. Yeah, multiverses. Yeah. I have a feeling it's going to go that route, where they're going to put it on ice indefinitely, and it's just going to die.
Oof. Ouch.
Heard it here first. This is a off-kilter expectation to get. Zenless Zone Zero. I talked about that my Fourtress Finest.
Yes.
I enjoyed the game before I played it. I stopped playing it like I do all the Hoyaverse games, all the Genshin Impact games. Super cool. I would recommend it to anybody that's interested in those kind of games.
That game is out, right? I'm just more confused. It's out or is it not out yet?
I think it's actually out now. I got into the closed beta a while ago.
Okay.
And I haven't really kept up with what they've been doing since then, but I assume it's out with the way that they showed that trailer. I don't think they gave like a release date or anything.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
I assume anybody can play it now. And of course it's free.
Right.
It'll steal your wallet because it's a gambling game, but
yeah. And then the last thing that the Sony announced was, like we said, I think earlier, they are doing another State of Play on February 6th, which is very soon, and it's going to focus on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, let's go.
I'm fucking psyched. I don't even need this. I'm going to watch it just because I can. I don't give a shit. But
do we need anything else about that game?
No, we don't.
Like they're doing too much.
Everyone's going to get it anyways.
I hope that they're not going to do it because it's PlayStation State of Play, but I need them to announce when the PC version is going to come out.
Yeah. Who knows?
I need to know whether or not I need to just go outside and go buy a PlayStation.
I don't know. They might just not say it just so people do go buy a PlayStation.
And that's what kind of pisses me off because I know they'll obviously have that, like, over a certain amount of time, it has to be exclusive, whatever. Yeah. But, like, just let me know so I can know, like, is it going to be June? Is it going to be later? Do I have to wait till 2025? Because those all matter a lot, of course.
Right, right. No, yeah, I feel you.
I can't remember the cadence difference between the PlayStation 4 version and the PC version. I think PC version came out in 2020. I can't remember when the PlayStation version came out.
I feel like that game came out in 20...
Was it 2019? But I don't know what part of 2019. I don't know if it was like 9 months.
I think it was spring of 2019. I don't remember.
Okay.
That.
And then I think it came out maybe in spring of 2020, so it might have been a whole year.
Maybe it was
came
a
out
year.
in March of 2020.
Yeah, it might have been a year.
I don't love that. I don't love that at all.
We'll see, though. We'll see in 4 days or whenever.
Yeah.
That's PlayStation State of Play, January 24th. Overall, I enjoyed this. I thought it was one of the better ones.
Well, I agree. One of the better ones for sure, as far as things to get excited about. I really thought this was going to be a pretty skim year for gaming. So I'm kind of happy to know that there's still a decent amount of games coming out that I'm like actually interested in.
Yeah, I'm excited. Brian, shall we now move into our final segment of the week?
Let's do it.
which we like to call Free For All. Listeners, this is a segment where we can kind of do whatever we want. Talk about our day, talk about life, fight, nap, recommend anything. It is free for all.
I should go first because I have a story.
Oh,
it's a very important story. It involves props.
Oh, Jesus. Like, as in, like, props you're going to have in your hands now?
Yes, and I'm going to have in my hands. That unfortunately, the listeners won't be able to see this because we do not record this, like, in video. But you'll have to trust, because I just need to show people that I'm not lying. And what's happened here.
Right? No.
So, in my online shopping adventures, as everyone knows, I love a good deal. I'm a motherfucker that loves to save money on anything that I do. I hate buying things full price. So I found some shoes that I like from Vans. Because I love Vans, wear a lot of Vans, and I saw some shoes that were on sale last week. So I was like, I'll go ahead and buy them. Like, I can use a new pair of shoes. I don't need them, but can't pass up this deal. So I'm going to go ahead and buy them. So I go ahead and buy these shoes. Oh, no. They come in on like Wednesday of this week. I didn't pick them up till yesterday from my mail room downstairs. I live in an apartment complex, and we kind of have like an Amazon locker situation. All this is kind of important to understand, like, how the fuck did this happen?
No.
It's an Amazon locker situation that you have to like put in a code to unlock the little locker, and then you get your package or whatever. So I get my package, I go upstairs, I go to cut it open and open it up or whatever. Lo and behold, there are not shoes in my package.
No.
I'm going to show you what I received.
What is?
And I want you to keep in mind, this is from Vans. This is not Amazon. This is not something where like you would think something would get mixed up.
Okay.
And I think that's the biggest thing in regards to this.
Wait. I'm so excited. I'm shaking in my boots.
I received...
What the fuck?
all 7 Harry Potter books. I ordered a $30 pair of shoes. And I received the full Harry Potter book collection.
That's like $300.
I received the whole fucking book collection. Why the fuck did that happen? And I, for the life of me, can't understand what situation unfolded in this regard. Because I did not buy this from Amazon. I did not buy this from some third-party seller. I bought them from Amazon specifically. Not Amazon, sorry. Vans specifically. And I'm so confused. I don't know if you're muted right now, or if you're just laughing so hard that I can't hear you that it's not showing up.
I think I'm dying.
It's so ridiculous. And what pissed me off, I think, the most about it was the fact that, like, I reached out to customer service today. I ended up getting my money back. I was hoping they were going to be able to like give me the shoes, because I wanted the shoes. The whole thing about this, I wanted my fucking shoes.
Right.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, we can resend them if you want." First of all, my customer service lady was not interested enough about the fact that I received books and not the fucking shoes from the shoe company. She was just like, "Oh, yeah, we can resend it." Huh? You don't want to ask any clarifying questions of what did you receive? You received books? No, she did not ask me any of those questions. She just said, "I can resend it." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then she looked and she was like, "Oh, they're out of stock. I can refund you."
Oh, and I'm just
like, fucking refund me. I don't really care. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. I'm not mad. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted a sale on some shoes. I don't need the shoes. Right. It's not life or death. Like, it's whatever. I'm fine with it. But this is so fucking ridiculous,
listeners,
that I just need.
It's so big. There's so many books.
It's so big. I've read the Harry Potter
that's
books.
A real nice book set, though.
It's a real nice book set. I'm sure it's worth way more than fucking shoes that I bought. And that's the funniest thing, because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because it's like, I don't know if Vans works out of like a warehouse.
Did it come in like a Vans box?
So it was like a Vans shoe box, but the box that it came in does have like the shipping label on it, and it says it comes from Vans. California warehouse. So it comes directly from them.
So it wasn't like a mix-up of someone put the wrong package in your locker or some shit.
No, it has my address on it and everything. And that's why I was like, did the mailman have to open it? Like, did they like look for anthrax or something, and then they mixed up like boxes? Does that something like that happen? Did someone rob me and then put? But it's like, if you robbed me, you just steal the shoes. Why did you put books in there?
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
So yeah, I have now 0 shoes,
but a lot
and 7 books. I've read Harry Potter already. I've read all 7 books. I don't really need this. It'll look cool on my bookshelf, I guess. But
I was about to say, yeah, like what? That's so weird, man. That is
so it's weird. One of those things that it's like, it can only happen to me. It would happen no one else but me. So that's my life.
Yeah, that's, and I really, that's there's so many layers to this that I'm trying to still process in my brain.
Does someone that was looking for shoes, like for books,
Where
do they
books
not have my
got
shoes? Are they like pissed? It's like, I can't wear these fucking shoes. I want a Harry Potter books. I've never
I
read it
can't
before.
read these shoes.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So that was the thing that happened.
Just the lack of lack of care from the customer service person. Like, all right, whatever.
That's my thing. It's like, I would have thought someone, because I even like put like a little LOL because it was so ridiculous that I expected someone to be like, huh? You received what when you got your shoes? And they were just like, we'll glaze past that. I don't care. Huh? Okay, sure.
I hope we get word that fucking Van's warehouse it shares a warehouse with Barnes and Noble or some shit, and there's been a giant mix-up, and people have been receiving books from every part of the world where they needed shoes and vice versa.
I'm tempted because I use like the live chat. I'm tempted to call a customer service number just out of pure curiosity. So understand, I just need information. Like I'm so curious to what could have happened. Like, oh yeah, you're right. Actually, we do share a lobby with fucking.
Wait, can you lift up the? Okay. Can you show me the box set again? The books again. Look, Brian, there's a possibility that if you actually open that, it's actually a secret shoebox and there's shoes in there.
There's just shoes in there. Imagine.
That shit is huge.
It's like, did you order Harry Potter shoes? No. Harry Potter had nothing to do with this transaction. They were blue Vans. Nothing about this has to do with Harry Potter.
Oh, that's the best thing in the world. That's so fucking funny.
Confused.
Oh, man.
So I had to, the people needed to know. It was too ridiculous of a story because it's like, you can't make this shit up.
Listeners, I need you to order anything you can from Vans and let us know if you receive books or anything else that's not shoes.
Who knows what you might receive? I'm almost nervous about it. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Anyway,
that's phenomenal. Oh, that's so good. I can't top that. That's so good. All right, but I'll just very quickly. I think this is the last thing I have to rattle off from my holiday watch list of things. Oh God, that's so good. I love that. That's definitely going to be a clip for this week. That's fucking funny. I watched the Apple TV series Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, the Godzilla King Kong MonsterVerse show.
Oh shit.
10 episodes. I will say, not a bad watch. I don't think it needed to be 10 episodes, and there was a little bit of some meandering throughout it. It's a pretty fucking slow show.
Yeah, as soon as you said 10, I got a little worried. I was like, because I assume they're probably like 40-minute to an hour episodes.
Yeah, they're chunky episodes. Yeah. It's funny coming from me where I complained that about the Godzilla Kong trailer. I was like, I missed the seriousness of the tone of the original Godzilla. And if you missed that, this is it. But for me, even this was like, this is a little too much, guys. I need y'all to move this a little bit. We're going real fucking slow right now. But I will say, the finale was fucking great. I say like the last episode and a half were fucking good and great, and the payoff is there for you for what you want to see and you're looking for. So that was a good time, but overall, not a bad series by any means. Production value is pretty fucking good. It's Apple. They got all the money in the world. I do wonder if it's going to set up anything for the Godzilla Kong movie to come out this year, but also it was a decent watch, and like there's some good acting, and, like overall all the characters are really well done. There's a very couple good, very emotional scenes that I thought were really, really well done towards the tail end of the series. Sets it up for a season 2. I don't know if it's been confirmed for a season 2. I wouldn't mind if there was. See where it goes. But overall, yeah, I wouldn't say it's a necessary watch, but it's not a bad watch, I would say. But it's tough for me to say watch the first 2 or 3 episodes, and if you don't like it, pass, because I did really enjoy the finale. But I don't also want to make people watch 9 episodes for one really good episode or something. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So it's tough.
So, Godzilla's randomly been cooking lately. I always wonder if these kind of things happen by accident or
no.
You know what I mean?
No, this shit's been, because these things take years to make. I don't know if everyone just gets the same memo though. Like we just talked about Godzilla. And Dave the Diver, Godzilla -1 just came out, and I still need to see that because apparently it's fucking amazing.
I mean, you know, like Detective Pikachu and like Sonic the Hedgehog coming out similar times, where it's like, did someone get wind of something coming out? And they're like, oh, I want to do the same thing. Or like, what kind of happened with that? But I guess all the Godzilla stuff was kind of definitely in talks as a whole. Right. So yeah, I hear -1 is really, really good. I hear a lot of good things about that. So
yeah, I will see that one day. I'm very excited.
I think it's already out of theaters, unfortunately.
Damn, is it really?
Fuck. I think we have to wait for it to be streaming.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that would have been a good one to see on the big screen. But
Yeah.
Busy. We all busy. It's all good. All right, listeners. And shout out to God of War Ragnarok. Oh, what a disaster that would have been if I forgot that.
I was hoping he was going to forget. It's still not on PC, by the way.
Is it really still not? Damn.
I don't believe it is now.
You know what? They'll probably, when it does come out, it'll come with the Valhalla DLC. That's what they'll do. They'll bundle it all.
That's probably, yeah, for sure.
All right, listeners. That is our show. Look at that, Brian. We didn't talk for 2 hours. I'm proud of us. The decent time. You can email us at thefortressof@gmail.com. Fortress spelled F-O-U-R. For free to email us any questions, feedback, recommendations, or anything like that. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and the YouTube channel at The Fortress of. Follow the 3 Bollywood R's. Rate, recommend, and review us to anyone and everyone you know. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandma, tell your cat. Thank you, Jack, for editing the podcast every week. Thank you, Brian, for the art, Alex for the music, and thank you for Devin for being here, even when you're not here. You can find Brian on Instagram at ITZ_. By the way, Alex at Peterson Films. And Devin, we don't know. Can't find him. Haven't heard from him. Probably dead, but he's probably fine.
Honestly. Okay. Truly don't
know. Next week, I don't know. Something fun. Something cool. But it's getting near time, potentially, listeners, for us to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's time
I'm so excited.
Some Halo. I don't remember how many episodes there are, so who knows?
I'm less excited about that.
It's time to talk about Madam Web. Maybe.
I'm even less excited about that.
No, I feel like there's something else. What's the other big thing coming out in February? We just talked about so many things, and I don't remember any of them now.
Yeah, good question.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Something else comes out at the tail end of February, and I just don't remember. My brain's blank. But either way, we will be here, and we'll be excited to talk about it. Or not. Either way, it'll be fun. And as usual, listeners, happy holidays, and put a coat on. It's cold out there.
Just kidding. Groundhog Day, baby. Spring's coming early. It's funny, because Phil said that spring's coming early. It's literally like 57 degrees today, and it's only getting warmer. So the weatherman told me that spring was coming early way before Phil came out of his fucking stupid hole.
Oh, it's so funny. All right, listeners, that is the end of the show, which means it's time to go. And we'll see you here next week on another episode in the Fortress of
Global Warming.
I can't read these shoes.